Hello guys, in this night I will share you about some article. This is about housing injury lawyers. Housing maritime offshore injury attorneys. The attorneys unit to fight offshore injuries and maritime law claims in Houston. Maritime law, or the law of the seas, comes into play when Texas residents suffer injuries while working offshore. Maritime law is very different for common law practice on land, and it is common for maritime workers injured offshore to feel uncertain and daunted by the circumstance after sustaining injuries at sea. If you or a loved one has experienced this type of situation, it's vital to connect with a Houston Maritime Injury Attorney as soon as possible. Navigating any case pertaining to maritime law in Houston or Sugar Land requires input from a maritime attorney who has practical experience with this type of law. The team at Houston Injury Lawyers PLLC has the experiences and resources you need to navigate your case with greater confidence. As a Houston Maritime Attorney, when does maritime law apply? Generally, maritime laws provides legal protection for workers who sustain injuries while performing job duties offshore. However, because they are technically outside the jurisdiction of Texas state law, maritime law applies when they sustain injuries working on offshore oil rigs, container ships, commercial fishing vessels, or any other type of watercraft on the sea. Maritime workers typically face many job-related dangers, including environmental factors such as extreme temperatures, sun exposure, and stormy seas. They also often work on industrialized watercraft designed for a particular purpose, often involving working with or near heavy machinery and special equipment. As a result, serious injuries are common, including weather-related and drowning injuries, heavy equipment injuries, crossing injuries, burns, injuring from explosion, and much more. Maritime law provides benefits to injured offshore workers in much the same way as standard workers' compensation. In addition, maritime law provides maintenance and cure to any offshore worker injured while performing their job duties at sea. Maintenance refers to economic payments for the worker lost income while they recover, and cure pertains to financial coverage for the injured worker medical expenses. Why need a Houston Maritime and offshore injury attorney? Whenever you face any type of legal case, it's vital to have legal counsel from a Houston Maritime lawyer who has professional experience handling that specific type of case. For example, an injury case filed under maritime law is very different from a standard personal injury claim. Understanding maritime laws. Your Houston Maritime Injury Lawyer can help you navigate the complex laws under the purview of maritime law, including the Jones Act. This federal law pertains to employer responsibility for, for workers' injuries when accidents occur at sea. This law is functionally very similar to many workers' compensation status throughout the United States, with a specific focus on employees who operate at sea. The second is the Public Vessels Act. This act allows for claims for damage against the United States when injuries occur on a publicly owned vessel of the United States. However, filing a claim against the government for any reason is very difficult without the right attorney on your side. The author, Continental Shelf Lands Act (OCSLA). This comes into play for offshore injuries that occur along the continental shelf of the contiguous United States more than 3 miles offshore. While this might seem like an insignificant distinction, it is vital to determine whether the OCSLA applies to decide whether a case falls under federal or state law based on the location of the incident in question. Okay, for the third list, longshore and harbor workers compensation, aka LHWCA. This act applies to workers operating a longshoreman and dock workers who do not work at sea. This act effectively fits the gap between standard workers' compensation and the Jones Act. Next is Death on the High Seas Act, aka DOHSA. This act comes into play when a sailor or offshore worker dies at sea from injury or accident sustained while performing their job duties. The Admiralty Extension Act. This act applies when an individual suffers an injury on land caused by watercraft on navigable waters. Maritime piracy activities. Believe it or not, piracy is a continual source of concern for many employers operating at sea. If you are injured by an act of maritime piracy, your attorney could help you navigate your option for legal reserves. As you can see, maritime law is complex and multifaceted. Depending on how and where your offshore injury occur and the extent of your damage, one or more of the aforementioned maritime acts could come into play. This is why you need a Houston Maritime Injury Attorney to assist you in your recovery. So that's all the reason you should have Houston injury lawyers for your risks of your job, and then for assist to your and assist you in your recovery. And then why you need this so complex, because there are many things that we can um, we can what is that, I forget. There's many things that we cannot to blame it, I mean, like, yeah, that's all for today. Thank you.